Hi, everyone. I'm Jewish. I kind of forgot about it for about 30 years. And 1 year ago today, 1,200 innocent Israelis were massacred by terrorists just for being who they are. They were young adults at a music festival dancing. They were families getting up in the morning, eating breakfast, still in bed, feeding their children, their babies, grandparents. On this fateful day 1 year ago, 1,200 lives were lost in the most horrific, brutal, intentionally murderous means by pure evil. And ever since then, we know what's happened. Israel has retaliated in order to secure their borders and try to take down terrorists that are sharing those borders, at least their leadership, when unfortunately and very sadly, civilians have been caught in this dreadful war. All along, Israel has been completely bombarded with bombs, literally rockets sent their way from 3 different directions. And, Emmanuel Acho said in his Uncomfortable Conversations with a Jew, you can't empathize with anyone unless you're educated on what breaks their heart. And I speak for, I think, pretty much almost all the Jewish world. This breaks our heart. It breaks our heart for those beautiful souls that were lost and their families devastated by this loss. It breaks our heart that they're continuing to send their literally boys, big boys, teenagers, young adults off to the army in order to be able to fight for the survival of the state of Israel. Our hearts break for the innocent people in Gaza and the West Bank that have been caught up, and this war has nothing to do with them, but they are basically oppressed by their own leadership, and they have nowhere to go because the other Arab countries have not opened their doors. So we are heartbroken by a lot of things, and we are heartbroken that we are being reminded of centuries of misunderstanding, projection, prejudice, exile, and the threat to destroy our people. That's the truth. So I guess what I'm asking those of you who are kind of new to the scene, maybe, or have formed other opinions, that we all practice. There's a lot of other things going on. There's a lot of other suffering going on in the world. And that we practice a few things moving forward. This is the Rosh Hashanah New Year. This is a time, the holy days, a time for reflection, a time for the potential for new possibilities and new beginnings. And so I'm going to put forth things that I want to remember to try to tune into every day. And I'm asking you to consider it as well with me, collectively, because that will be the only way we will survive this time and continue to heal and thrive. The first is to stay curious about what we do not understand. Stay curious. Do our due diligence to do the research necessary when we're taking very important, we're forming opinions, having assumptions, or taking sides in a conflict. Stay curious and listen. Listen to what all sides are saying. Our country is now in a state of, holding our breath in terms of this election. Listen to each other. Seek to understand. Even if you don't agree, just seek to understand. Where are you coming from? What breaks your heart? Where are you getting this information? Let me look into it. Practicing grounding, things that ground us in self-care daily, has never been more important than right now. So important for us to stay steady in a very unsteady world. And finally, to stay connected in love, no matter where we stand on any of these issues. To stay connected, to remember who we are, I want to remember who I am. I want to love full out. I want to remember who you are. I want to remember the best of human nature through it all, no matter what side we're on, what side of this, road we're on, what lane we're in. Can we continue to love? That is my prayer for today, in memory of all of those lost 1 year ago today. And for those hostages that continue to be trapped in the most hellish conditions, and those, again, innocent Palestinians who are also trapped in unimaginable suffering, and those all over the world whose hearts are breaking. May we seek to understand, and may we love each other along the path each and every day. Let's remember to land in love.